Canelo Crawford, if they do fight, what's your opinion?
It's very different weight class.
The boxing world is bracing itself for one of the most anticipated events of 2025, the mega fight between pound-for-pound elites Terence "Bud" Crawford and Saul Canelo Alvarez. Scheduled for later this year, the bout will see Crawford take the bold leap of moving up 2 weight classes to challenge the reigning unified super middleweight champion. The clash promises high drama as Crawford looks to shock the world in a showdown that could redefine boxing history.
In the ring, there's loads of things going around at the moment, including a big clash with Canelo Alvarez. Can you tell us what's going on in that situation, and can that happen next?
Crawford's most recent outing came in August when he debuted at 154 pounds against WBA super welterweight champion Israil Madrimov. The contest was grueling, arguably the toughest of Crawford's career, but he weathered the storm and claimed a unanimous decision victory. That win secured him a 4th world title across different weight classes. Madrimov, reflecting on the fight in a Boxing News interview, recently gave his candid thoughts on Crawford's chances against Canelo.
I think this Canelo will win.
How?
I think it's a completely different weight division, and Canelo will win by decision, Madrimov predicted. Set to face Virgil Ortiz Jr. next month for the WBC interim super welterweight crown, Madrimov isn't the only one voicing strong opinions. Former 2-division champion Tim Bradley also entered the debate, warning that one fighter could end up dominating the other.
Canelo and Terence Crawford. How do you see that fight? Who do you
like Terence.
Wow.
Friend, but it's crazy, man.
Not everyone is backing Canelo. Undisputed heavyweight king Alexander Usyk has thrown his weight behind Crawford. Speaking on the 3KR podcast, Usyk praised Crawford's fearless decision to jump up 3 weight classes, highlighting his intelligence, versatility, and sheer willingness to embrace monumental risks.
Terence win. Yes.
What? Terence win over Canelo?
Yes, Terence win. But listen, Terence, different man.
Terence is my friend, but he's crazy, Usyk laughed. Still, I say he wins. He's unique, he fights from both stances, and he's very smart. Meanwhile, promoter Turki Alalshik is working tirelessly to lock in the fight. Tyson Fury also chimed in during an interview with TNT Sports, agreeing that weight would be the biggest factor. Fury admitted Crawford might have had the edge over Canelo had they met years ago in a lower division, but believes Alvarez has the advantage at super middleweight.
Is the skill level of Crawford equalize the weight, in your opinion?
I think if they fought, they'd obviously be the same weight, would they not?
Yes.
Weight remains the central question. If it happens at 168 pounds, I'd go with Canelo. At 140, I'd pick Crawford, one insider commented. Canelo has already ruled out dropping down, which means Crawford will almost certainly have to climb to 168, 14 pounds heavier than his last fight, to make the bout possible.
So Crawford going from 47 to 68.
Maybe he would bring Canelo down to 60 or 54 or something, I don't know. But yeah, I don't know.
Do you have a favorite?
With Davis dismissing the matchup, his longtime trainer Calvin Ford offered his own perspective. Speaking to Fight Hype, Ford admitted it's one of the biggest fights possible but leaned toward Canelo as the likely winner.
Easy work, I heard him say, I'm easy work. If I was easy work, you would take all that money that he's offering you.
Canelo is the king, Ford said. I'd love to see it. He's been making smart moves. Ford also revisited Crawford's performance against Madrimov, pointing out that while he won convincingly, he failed to score a knockout. That was his first fight at the weight, Ford explained. It's all about adjustments, just like Benavidez moving up. Crawford may need more time at the division before taking on someone like Canelo.
Terence Crawford, Canelo situation, do you think that's a fight where they can get to a weight that makes sense? Do you think that the weight would affect Terence Crawford?
Canelo's the king. Whatever he say, you know what I'm saying?
Still, Ford acknowledged Crawford's hunger. Terence is a bad man. He wants this fight because he knows time isn't on his side. He's trying to cement his legacy. Alongside his pursuit of Canelo, Crawford has also been trading heated words with Teofimo Lopez, with their rivalry recently spilling over onto social media.
see that fight, the outcome of it, you know what I'm saying? And then watching Canelo been making some good moves, you know, as far as fights and whatnot, you know. So, again, he's the king, you know what I'm saying?
So it didn't look like
Crawford's case as the best pound-for-pound fighter strengthened after dismantling Errol Spence Jr. at 147 pounds. Yet Davis, who competes at 135, stirred controversy by claiming he could beat Crawford within 6 rounds. At 147? He's going to sleep. No chance. I stop him in 6, Tank declared, igniting further debate about weight disparities. Even Mike Tyson weighed in.
I got a question for you, Tank. At 147, how does a fight with you and Terence Crawford look? 147?
I don't like that fight, Tyson admitted on the Come and Talk to Me podcast. It's too much weight for Crawford. Madrimov was already a problem because he was bigger and awkward. Crawford shouldn't even have taken that fight. Tyson's concerns echoed what many feel, that Crawford's wiry 5 feet 8 inches frame may not hold up against naturally larger opponents.
Who knows? That smile's telling me something else, bro. I think it might be on the line, no?
I'm just saying, man, we can't say it's not gonna happen, we can't say that it is.
For Crawford, however, the move is calculated. The key is knowing when your body is ready to move up in a healthy way, he told Yahoo Sports. I wanted to fight the best guy in the division, so I moved up. His ambition is undeniable, and if he can topple Canelo, the victory would instantly elevate him into the realm of all-time greats.
What do you think about Terence Crawford calling out Canelo?
You know, I don't like that fight.
Why not?
I don't like that fight. It's just too much weight, you know, and
For Crawford, however, the move is calculated. The key is knowing when your body is ready to move up in a healthy way, he told Yahoo Sports. I wanted to fight the best guy in the division, so I moved up. His ambition is undeniable, and if he can topple Canelo, the victory would instantly elevate him into the realm of all-time greats.
he had a close fight with the last guy he fought, Terence, because this guy was big and he was awkward. He was really awkward. He shouldn't have fought that guy. He should have fought a guy that would just come straight at him. The guy was too awkward.
He's herky-jerky, yeah.
Not everyone is impressed. Ryan Garcia, never shy about controversy, blasted Crawford in a CBS TV interview. Calling him an overhyped bum, Garcia insisted Canelo would win easily, even accusing Crawford of being a boring fighter who doesn't deserve the spotlight. He's just stealing boxing money, Garcia sneered, adding more fuel to an already heated conversation.
He hasn't beat nobody other than Errol Spence Jr. that went through a car crash. Name one guy that he beat other than Errol Spence that's well known. Sean Porter that was from Wash. Who has he beat? He hasn't beat nobody, bro. He's not gonna beat nobody, bro. Terence Crawford.
Ryan Garcia, currently sidelined with a doping ban, has stirred more controversy by calling out Terence Crawford directly. Come see me in the ring if you think I'm talking expletives, Garcia challenged. The bold remarks come despite his suspension for a failed drug test earlier this year, with Garcia showing no hesitation in targeting one of boxing's biggest names.
Bro, Terence Crawford is no, he ain't like that, bro. Terence Crawford is an overhyped bum, bro. I'm sorry. Somebody gotta say it. You're an overhyped bum, bro. I'm looking at the camera right now.
Speaking to CBS TV, Garcia doubled down. Terence Crawford is an overhyped bum. I'm sorry, but somebody has to say it, you're a bum. I'm looking at the camera right now, you suck, bro. Stop pretending you're something you're not. Stop stealing boxing's money and wasting people's time. You're boring as hell. Come see me in the ring if you think I'm lying. Despite his suspension, Garcia insists a fight with Crawford is realistic. I could definitely see it happening.
Stop acting like you're like that. Stop stealing boxing money. You're wasting everybody's money. You're not entertaining, bro. You're more this. Come see me in the ring if you think I'm talking shit. I can do it anytime. You need to see Crawford. I can definitely see Crawford, bro. What do you know? Bro, I've seen many fighters like him too. He's not that good, bro. He gets hit a lot, bro. He gets ball hit, bro. He's not untouchable, bro. You act like he's Mayweather.
Garcia continued his attack, pointing to his amateur pedigree. I was one of the best amateurs, and so was he. I've seen plenty of guys like him. I don't care if he can neutralize my left hook, I'll find a way to land it. He's not untouchable. He gets hit, he gets wobbled. He's not that good. Any meeting between the two would almost certainly require a catch weight, since Garcia has never fought at 147 pounds or above, while Crawford has campaigned as high as super welterweight.
I don't think that he's not a great fighter, but I don't think he's as good as people say. He's not like a Sugar Ray Leonard, you know, not Tommy Hearn. You can't do that because he's not like that, bro. He hasn't fought nobody that has firepower like him.
Garcia then shifted focus to Crawford's pursuit of Canelo Alvarez. I already called him. He just wants Canelo, but I don't think that fight happens, Garcia said. Has Crawford ever fought someone with real one-punch knockout power? No. That's why I think he's overrated. Garcia went further, teasing Crawford with the lure of a massive payday if he accepts.
Him or Boots? I like Boots, in my opinion. I mean, I like Boots. I don't think Crawford could keep up with somebody that talented and young and fast. I haven't even seen him fight somebody talented, young and fast. Can you name him?
I'd love to fight Bud, Garcia claimed. He's not as good as people think. If he's listening, I'd fight him and I'd beat him. If he takes it, it'll probably be the biggest paycheck of his career. If not, that's on him. He's boring, but I'd still give him the fight.
You know, I'll be going for Bud. You know, if he fight Canelo, I'll be going for him. I mean, I don't know if he's gonna win or lose, but I definitely.
Meanwhile, Crawford addressed his own ambitions on the Joe Rogan Experience. This is my era, and I'm taking it, he declared. I've always wanted Canelo. For me to move up from 147 to 168, win, and become undisputed, wow. What could anyone say after that? Crawford laid out his vision of becoming a.
He got to come to win 54.
He said I got a glass chin, so tell him to come and touch it.
Wow.
They said you got a glass.
Unfazed by the prospect of changing divisions, Crawford said, I would definitely have to gain weight, but I believe in my abilities. Canelo's not a big guy, he's 5 feet 8 inches, muscular, but as far as height goes, that wouldn't be an issue. We'd have to see. I think it could happen, to be honest. I think that's the biggest fight in boxing if he beats Charlo. Initially, Alvarez dismissed the idea, particularly after defeating Jermall Charlo, telling TV Aztecas en Caliente that Crawford wasn't on his radar. But the Mexican superstar later admitted that Saudi financial incentives could tempt him into the matchup.
From 147 to 168, and the win, become undisputed. Wow.
I want to go up to 68.
Just days after Crawford shifted his stance, saying he'd jump 3 divisions to fight Alvarez at 168 pounds, Canelo's position changed too. Speaking with BoxingScene.com, Alvarez said he'd be open if Crawford was serious. Look, I respect Crawford, he's a great fighter, I always say that, no disrespect. But sometimes it's a little crazy. People were talking about me facing Charlo, who's 5 feet 11 inches, and now Crawford, who's smaller at 147. So it doesn't make sense when you guys say that. Right now, I don't understand.
So who would you fight at 68? Canelo?
If he win, or Charlo, the winner.
Wow. That would be crazy.
I want to be 3 times.
Canelo added, at the end of the day, I don't care about the credit for facing Crawford, no matter what. But you never know in boxing. I'll go up and down and fight everybody out there, so it's possible. Why not? If it makes sense, I'm down to do it. I don't care who it is, I'm always ready. Initially, Alvarez had dismissed a catchweight fight at 158 to 160 pounds, arguing he wouldn't get proper credit for beating a smaller man. But after Crawford's Wednesday tweet, Canelo vs. Crawford is definitely, by far, the biggest fight in boxing, and his clarification that he'd move up 21 pounds to 168, the conversation reignited.
I always say if the fight make sense, why not? But he's not in the plan. Like I say,
Crawford himself reflected, I know I want to fight Charlo, but if he loses to Canelo, I always say, man, that's a big step. For someone to go up 3 weight classes, from 147 to 168, win, and become undisputed, wow. The last man to fall to Canelo's power was Caleb Plant, who was stopped in round 11 of their November 2021 bout, which crowned Alvarez undisputed at 168 pounds.
I don't need to take that fight because then everybody's gonna say it's too small, it's too small, it's too small, and then, you know, he needs to enjoy his fight. Okay, he deserves it. He deserves it.
Since then, Alvarez has gone the distance in 6 straight fights, most recently defeating Edgar Berlanga in September to retain his unified belts. Now, the focus is shifting toward a potential megaclash with Crawford, a fight that would force Bud to rise 2 full divisions. Analysts remain divided, with some believing the size and power disparity could give Alvarez a knockout edge.
No accident. What's up, fight fans? Some cool moments in the locker room happening before Caleb Plant takes on Trevor McCumbee for the...
Caleb Plant, however, shared with Fight Hub TV that Canelo's power wasn't as devastating as hyped. This isn't bad, Plant recalled of the shots he absorbed before ultimately being stopped.
At 168, Terence Bud Crawford walks into the locker room and they share some cool moments wishing Caleb Plant well. Who do you think's gonna win this fight, Caleb or McCumbee? Leave that in the comments.
They say the first punch he hits you with will make your ribs explode, Plant said. But when I started feeling some of his shots, I thought, this isn't bad. Some weren't as terrifying as I expected. The outcome was that I didn't make it to the final bell, but in the moment, it didn't feel like my ribs were breaking. What do you think? Can Terence Crawford overcome the size gap and shock the world against Canelo Alvarez? How do you see this matchup unfolding? Drop your thoughts in the comments. For more updates on boxing's biggest stories, subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications. Until next time, peace out.